hope you're well and having the most incredible day as always. Welcome back to my channel, and we are yet again in my mum's car because I just fancied filming in a different setting. I don't know who I think I am, Larry Reed's or something, because all she does is film in her car pretty much, and I love it so much. Well, she doesn't, but I just love it. So I thought I would actually just film today's video in the car. I went and got myself a Costa, which I'm really excited about. I got a, what did I get? An iced vanilla latte, but I just need to do a little mixy mix because it all seems to be like, I'm not too sure on the lighting either. I hope the lighting's okay because the weather's weird and it keeps going light and dark. So not the best, not the worst, would give it like a 7 out of 10. I have actually had a week this week because Sunday, as you're watching this, it's obviously Sunday, but today is Saturday before, obviously lastminute.com. But the Sunday last week, Ryan had a sickness bug, which then he gave to me Monday night through to Wednesday, which I then gave to Ryan's brother's fiance Kaylee on Thursday, and obviously we all work together, so it's just been an absolute chaotic week. It's gone really quickly for starters, but also I feel like I haven't done anything, so I just feel exhausted. And also renovations are happening, so if you guys don't know, and I'm going to explain this in the least boring, confusing way possible, me and Ryan live in a flat which wasn't really ever complete, and then we're moving into like half of the flat while the other half is being renovated into what me and Ryan will have as our whole flat until we buy a house. And then where we're living now will be like an Airbnb, which is really exciting. But it's all happening now. So like me and Ryan have just moved all of our stuff last night into the small side of the flat, which is great. It's absolutely fine. But we didn't go to bed until 2 o'clock this morning, and I'm so tired. I filmed 2 videos today already. I'm just on a mission. So I thought, you know what, come and treat yourself to a nice coffee and have a little chat with the guys and see how you guys are doing. So essentially what I thought we would do in today's video is just go through my top fave books I've read so far this year, to have a little chat. I've got my whole ass iPad on the chair because I don't have Goodreads on my phone because my phone has 0 storage, which is just like the worst situation in the world. But I am due a new phone, so I am going to buy one soon. I just can't justify it, but I do need to get a new one. So anyway, I'm basically looking down at my iPad is all I was going to say. But yeah, we're going to go through my top books of the year. I'm going to drink my coffee. We're going to have a little chat and just sort of sit and chill. I just wanted to come out in the car more so as well, just for a different environment. I feel like always filming in my room, it gets boring. I don't know about you, but editing it for me is boring. The background is boring. I cannot wait to have the flat done, and I can film in the flat and you guys can actually see where we live, and it's going to be so fun. I'm so excited. There is going to be a video kind of on, not necessarily the renovation process, because I'm not going to be doing a lot of the building work of it. Like, they're knocking down walls right now, so I'm not doing that part, but I will be like helping paint, decorate, and then obviously like moving in properly and that kind of stuff. So there will be kind of a video about like that, but it's just, I'm really excited about it. So and also when like we do daily vlogs, I can actually like film. I'm just really excited about it, if you couldn't tell. Anyway, I've been rambling for 4 minutes about things that I probably didn't need to. So yeah, anyway, that's what we're going to do today. Today we're going to go through my favourite books so far of the year. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's go. I need to do a little sippy sip of my coffee. Also, I'm still not quite over the sickness, but I'm not sick anymore, but like certain things make me feel a bit queasy. Because I also skip, if you hate talking about, you know, I hate throwing up. No one loves it, but I hate it. Like, I have a fear of vomit. It makes me cry, and it was just traumatic. So, and I ate my favorite meal pretty much before. It was just not a good time for me. So yeah, certain things still make me feel a bit funny. Milk is one of them, but we're gonna like move on from that, do you know what I mean? Anyway, right, let's talk about books. First book I want to lightly discuss, and hopefully I remember characters' names because I didn't bring the books with me. I'm gonna be inserting photos because I couldn't really be bothered to bring like a bag full of books, especially because my bedroom at home is like an absolute mess at the moment. But the first book I absolutely have loved this year is Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. Now, Penelope Douglas's writing is very spicy. If you don't like spice, you won't like the style of writing because it is very spicy, but the story was so good. I'm going to try not to spoil it as much as I can, but you basically have Misha and Ryan. Now Ryan is the girl and Misha is the boy, and essentially what they are, they're pen pals for 7 years through school, and then they've never met, but they have grown feelings towards each other. Can you do a shush please, sir? Anyway, they have grown feelings towards each other, but they've not really said it in so many words, if that makes sense. And they've never met, and then all of a sudden they're kind of put in a situation where they meet. It's inevitable. It's not a spoiler. It happens. They meet, and it's not necessarily that both of them know they've met. So that's the situation. Misha is a bass player in a band, which, like, the whole band romance part, loved it. So yeah, it was just so good. I really enjoyed it, and it was just a really good story. So yeah, if you want a good kind of spicy, easy read, I binged through it. It was so good. I can't really describe it anymore. I just loved it. Anything to do with musicians, love. So if you have any like spicy book recs that have like musicians in them, let me know, because I would love that. My next favourite book of the year so far was Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. Now I have to remember what the girl's name was, because I know you have Wes, who was the guy. Liz. That was it. You have Wes and you have Liz, and essentially what this is, it's like a fake dating sort of kind of trope thing. So I'm not great with my tropes, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I find it really hard to remember which specific trope fits with like each book, if that makes sense. But essentially what it is Liz fancies this guy who isn't really that interested in her. Like, they're really good friends from like years ago, and he comes back to the school and she's like absolutely starstruck. She loves him. And then you've got Wes, who's her annoying next door neighbour, who they've just been friends since literally they were children. And basically Liz has a proposition for Wes to kind of fake date her to kind of impress this other guy, and you can kind of see where it's going, but it's essentially a rom-com in a book. Is that the whole point in the book is to be a rom-com. It kind of, Liz loves rom-coms, they're her favourite like movies. She quotes loads of rom-coms, like they talk about tropes, they talk about like everything like that is all in this book, and it is just such an easy, lovely read. I did do a whole video, like reading vlog of this book anyway, because me and Kelsey did a collab. You would have seen it, but if you haven't seen it, make sure you go check that out. But yeah, it was just such a brilliant story, and I absolutely loved it. If you want like a really easy, lovely rom-com, there's like no spice, it's just great. It was really good. So yeah, I absolutely love that, and would highly recommend it if you want a book like that. Next, moving on to like a slightly different genre, and that is The Midnight Game by Cynthia Murphy. You guys know how much I am obsessed with Cynthia Murphy's books. I feel like her plot twists just have me floored every single time. I never, like, ever expect what happens, and it is just so, I love that, because a lot of books, especially like romance, I will say, like, it is quite obvious what happens a lot of the time, which I don't mind, but I feel like sometimes I like to have the element of surprise and that massive plot twist at the end. So her books are incredible. They are more like YA mystery, not scary, but like a little bit thrillery, a little bit more, it's hard to describe it, but they are so good. Win, Lose, Kill, Die is my favourite, obviously, but this is one I've read this year and I absolutely loved it. It was so good. I got a signed copy from Waterstone, so I'm so impressed like with that. I didn't expect it at all. So yeah, I love that book. If you haven't read it, if you want a good YA mystery thriller kind of vibe, essentially what it's about, without giving it away too much, is a group of people that don't know each other meet online, and they decide to play the Midnight Game, which is kind of like a similar thing to, like, you know, like Slender Man and that kind of thing. Like, it's that online scary story sort of situation, and they meet and they play the game, and then it's just kind of, it goes from there. And I'm not going to ruin it anymore, but it's so good. If you haven't read it, please do. It is just incredible. The next book I have absolutely loved this year is As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. Now, that is the final book in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy / with a novella, and it just didn't disappoint me at all. It's like summed up the entire trilogy really well. It left no questions unanswered for me, and I just really enjoyed it. Granted, it was a bigger book, like it was a chunky boy, but I really loved it. I love Holly Jackson's writing anyway. I still need to read 5 Survive. I haven't read that yet. I do have it and I'm really excited to read it, but I haven't read it yet. Essentially, I can't, do you know what? The hardest thing describe these books is without giving anything away, but I'm not even going to tell you. If you've read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, it's a similar, it follows on, things happen like that you find out from the first book, like you find out more, and it's just so good. So yeah, if you are kind of contemplating following on from the first book, I do really recommend it. I preferred the third one to the second one, and I think the first was just my favorite because it was really good. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it was really good. Highly recommend. The next favourite I'm going to talk about isn't necessarily a book, but more of a series / group of books. Hang on, I need a coffee break. I've just realised I've been talking for about 12 minutes without a coffee break, and I'm absolutely parched, so give me a second. I'm just going to hold it because I'm thirsty. Love it. Okay, so the next few books I want to talk about are the Never After series. Is that what they're called? I've been calling them that on every video for the past like few months, but by Emily McIntyre. Now, Emily McIntyre, I follow her on TikTok and she's just lush. I absolutely love her. So genuine. She's actually going through chemotherapy at the moment, which breaks my heart because it's just like, she's just so inspiring and brave and incredible. If you haven't followed her on TikTok, please do, because she's just amazing. But I read Hooked, Scarred and Wretched. Wretched? No, wretched is like wretched, isn't it? Wretched. Don't know. But anyway, I read all three in January, back to back. Incredible. They were incredible. I absolutely loved them. I think if you like Disney, but you are sort of going into more of that spicy era of reading, they are perfect because they're not retellings at all. They're just almost inspired in terms of like character names, place names. Does that make sense? Like, for example, Hooked is, you have Hook, one of the main characters, whose name is James, and then you have Wendy, so it is Peter Pan inspired, but not, if that makes sense. Then you have Scarred, which is The Lion King, and then you have Wretched, which is The Wizard of Oz, and she's bringing out, we have Twisted actually, which I haven't read yet, which is Aladdin, and then we have Crossed coming out, which I'm so excited to hear more about it. I don't know what it's going to be about. I feel like, did she say? I can't remember now. But I'm so excited. I cannot wait. And I will be ordering it as soon as it comes out. So yeah, I love her books so much that I just want her to write more and more. And I want her to just write one a month for me to just binge because I just love them so much. So easy to read. But yeah, if you love a good spice, you will love them. They're not like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, they're not, I guess they would be classed as dark romance because there are a few trigger warnings you should probably go through before you read it, but they're just insane, like incredible. The writing is incredible and I just love her. So Emily McIntyre, if you ever watch this video, I love you. Please just release 1 million books because I will buy them all and have a library just of your books because they're so good. But yeah, if this video has taught you anything, just go and buy it. If you want a nice spice, just start with Hooked and see how you get on. But I basically told my friend Becky to read it, and now we're telling our other friend Becky to read it. And any friend of mine that wants to read a book, I'm like, just read Hooked. It's amazing. Not my copy because you'll bend the spine, but it's amazing. And it is on Kindle Unlimited as well. So I do actually tend to read a lot of my books that are on Kindle Unlimited as well as physical that I have. I sometimes download them anyway just to go back and forth, or I might prefer reading on a Kindle. So yeah, they're on Kindle Unlimited. Incredible. Another favourite that I've absolutely loved this year as well is Throttled by Lauren Asher. Now, Lauren Asher's books, granted I've read 2 of her books, which is insane because I own 7, but I love her writing. I have 190 books on my physical TBR, by the way. It's becoming a problem. I just spat. But I'm not mad about it because I just love books so much. I love buying books. I love reading books. But anyway, that's a different tangent. What was I even saying? Oh yeah, Lauren Asher. Took me ages. She's also releasing a new book soon. I'm so excited. But anyway, Throttled. Loved it. I have heard some people say they don't like it. Now, I completely understand. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but this book, it's just so good. The spice level, amazing. The story, I loved it. And essentially what it's about Noah and Maya. And you know it's a good book when I remember the characters' names, because a lot of the times I completely forget what their names are. But you have Noah and Maya. Noah is a Formula One driver who races with Maya's brother. So Maya decides that she's going to join her brother on this like tour, and she's going to start YouTube, and it's just amazing. I love that. And then her and Noah start to like have a little situation, but it's like brother's enemy to lover. It's just so good. I absolutely loved it, and I can't wait to finish the series. I have just filmed, which you will see next month, an incredibly massive Amazon book unboxing. Like, when I say massive, I mean like 36 books massive. I have a problem, but I bought the other 3 from that series, so now I can finally read them, and I'm so excited. They are also on Kindle Unlimited, but knowing me, I need the physical copy as well, so I am going to start reading them soon. It's so, so good. It's the perfect mix of like good story, spice, like the forbidden romance. I love forbidden romance. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. I could talk about Lauren Ash's books for a very, very long time. I just think they're amazing. I am parched. Wow. And lastly, I'm going to mention another series, which I know is cheating, but I need to talk about the books I've read this year that was so good, and that is the Shatter Me series. Now, I read Shatter Me back in July, which I know is ridiculous because a lot of people can read the entirety of Shatter Me within like 2 weeks, which I cannot, but anyway. I read Shatter Me back in July, and then because I bought the single book, which for me, very rare nowadays. Absolutely loved it. For a dystopian kind of book, for me, I didn't think I would enjoy it because, you know me, romance, spice, or a murder mystery vibe. That's my kind of genres that I enjoy. But I fancy something different, and when I saw this in the works like nearly a year ago, which is insane, something about it just drew me in. The cover was beautiful, so I bought it. Why are people revving their engines? So inconvenient. Anyway, absolutely loved it, and then I didn't pick up the second one until this year. So I have read Unravel Me, which is book 2, Fracture Me, which is book 2.5, and Ignite Me, which is book 3. And then I'm gonna finish my current book today and then start on the 4th book of the Shatter Me series, which is Reveal Me? I can't remember. But the Shatter Me series is so good. If you haven't read it and you want to get into a series that's a little bit different from your usual like romance or anything like that, it is really good because it does have romantic kind of vibes in it, which is nice, but it's not like spicy, if you know what I mean. But it's just so clever. Like, the way it's written is so easy to read. You really envision everything, and it's just really good. It's amazing. Basically, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you have Juliet, who's got this incredible power where when she touches somebody, they die. And that is all I'm going to tell you, but it's so good. I think that's everything. I think that's all I wanted to say today. I haven't really drank much of my coffee. I've just been talking at you for 25 minutes. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed this different scenery for like a main channel video. Let me know what you thought. I really need to actually film another video with Ryan because he keeps saying to me like, let's do a collab soon, because he's actually started his own YouTube channel. He has the nicest camera in the world, and I'm really jealous. I wish I bought it instead of this one. Not that they're like, I regret buying this one, but it's just a little bit beefier and I really, really want it. But yeah, he started his own channel. It's RPTV. If you like cars, or your partner likes cars, or you just want to be supportive, go and give him a little subscribe, because he is getting close to 100 followers on 100 subscribers. So go and give him a little subscribe, because that'll really cheer him up and make him smile. So yeah, I'll leave it down below, and if I don't, it is just RPTV. So it's very easy, but I will try and leave it down below. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble for about 20 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I would also love to know down below any kind of bookish related videos that you would like to see. Let me know, whether that be like reading vlogs, because as soon as the flat is done, I can do reading vlogs, because the only thing about the flat where we were living before, it was Magnolia. The lighting was not a vibe, but it's going to be beautiful once it's done, because we've got like some renders of like some ideas and stuff, and it's going to be stunning. So yeah, reading vlogs I could do, like a weekly read like with me sort of situation, where like after work I'll read and stuff. I'm trying to avoid shop with me's because I don't want to add to my TBR. My physical TBR right now is 190 books, and I think that is extortionate, because I always said I don't want to be over 50, and before Christmas they were, what were we at, 43, 48? I have a problem. Is there like book rehab? Because I need to go there. Ramble over. I'm actually going to go now. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I would absolutely love to have you join my corner of the internet, and we are getting close to 11,000, which is insane. I am contemplating doing a nice summer... Oh, second magpie. A nice summer giveaway. Let me know what you guys think about that. I would include like a couple books maybe, or bookish things, or like a few Lush bits. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, because I think that would be really nice, and I want to show how much I'm appreciative of you guys. So yeah. Also, if you haven't followed me on Instagram or my book Instagram, make sure you do. So they're both linked down below. I think I should link the other one down below because I think I haven't yet. So I'll do that. They'll both be linked down below as well. So yeah, go and follow me on there. I would really appreciate that as well. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.